Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you the team order and strategy I used to do the epic trials of Suncrest. 1 times Arnu for this, for a nice quicker mana start, and 2 times Nosh for a increase in power is what I used. Very straightforward to do this one, but there are a couple of things that you do need to pay attention to make it nice and efficient. The team we've been given is Totek, High Priestess Chazka, Tezka and Sunbird. These two were the other way round before. Sunbird was in 3rd place, Tezka in 4th place, but I changed them round. And the reason is, all these 3 troops use purple mana. And it's better for me to cast Tezka onto Sunbird if we can. If our top troop is in good shape, then absolutely fine. Because Tezka gives magic +1 life and attack to an ally, cleanses them, and if the ally uses red mana, give them 3 magic. I'm not too worried about that little magic boost, that's kind of insignificant. But the boost in life really does affect Sunbird's damage, because it deals scatter damage boosted by its life, dies and rises from the ashes. Thing to bear in mind with this is, as soon as you cast it, you get your normal amount of life back. So I only cast Tezka onto Sunbird maybe once, get that nice 1 times boost, then cast Sunbird and maybe repeat the process. Because if you wait too long trying to cast Tezka again and get a further boost on Sunbird, you may have been better off just casting it early and then collecting more red, just the way the team works, and then casting a second time on normal damage or whatever boost you get. And this team's interesting as well because High Priestess Chazka in the early phases of the battle is the most important troop regarding damage. Does damage to all enemies boosted by yellow gems. So when there's more enemies on the team, say all 4 are left behind, obviously damage to all is very, very good. Let's round this up to 50 and say she's doing 50 damage to all enemies. That's obviously going to be 200. But if there's just 2 enemies left, she's only doing 100 total damage. And if there's only 1 left, she's only doing 50 total damage. With Sunbird, kind of the opposite happens because the way scatter damage works. Scatter damage, we deal 50 of that, boosted by our life a 1-to-1 ratio, so that's 123 boost, so initially that's 173. So that is spread out between 4 opponents initially, but as the opponents get less and less, say we get down to the last 2, that's obviously spread out between 2 enemies, so it becomes more concentrated, and when there's only 1 enemy left, the whole lot goes onto them. So Sunbird is important towards the end of the battle, so important we keep our team going with that. So Totek on top, very good troop, gains magic based armor and barriers itself. If a storm is active, barrier all other allies, and a storm will be active because High Priestess Chazka conjures a light storm when her turn begins, which is basically every single round then. So she'll create the storm, that'll create the barrier, these 2 will do the damage. Very pretty much straightforward, nothing really to worry about on the other side, not really. This top troop here does do damage to an enemy, and if they're a beast, deal double damage, and there's a 10% chance to devour them. The only beast on our side is a Sunbird, but hopefully we can get rid of that top troop pretty quickly. Eagle Owl destroys a column, gaining some mana. Again, does damage to the first enemy, boosted by blue gems destroyed, and does have a fast start with mana. Storm Singer transforms a selected mana color to blue, summons a random storm, and is doing that blue just for Jaguar Warrior, who does again damage to an enemy, and if the enemy dies, heal back to full and gain 8 attack. So the way the team works, we've got no real choice but to just kill them all at once basically. There's no real order in this. It'll be top to bottom because we're going to get some skull hits along the way probably, which will affect that, but yeah, it's going to be fairly straightforward. Let's dive in. So we're mainly looking for mana for the first 2 troops at the early stages of the game, and then we'll switch our attention a little bit further on down to Sunbird. Right, it was always good to get this nice and early. Gain that amount of armor, it's based on your magic, barrier yourself. If a storm is active, barrier all other allies. A storm will be active because of High Priestess Chazka. Take that when it's there though, so let's get that barrier, get an armor boost, get the barrier on all our team. Look really, really nice. Purple is a important colour for this team. Yellow and purple is what we're after mainly. But we'll certainly take red when it's there because our good old Sunbird is actually a very effective troop in this team. Grab that yellow again. So I'm not too concerned about that troop now. I'm not concerned about casting this right now. I've got a barrier anyway. So until I lose that barrier, it's in our interest to actually focus on other parts of the team. Right, we'll take that skull hit because it's there. Get barrier back again. Can now cast this. Like, a lot of people would think this is best to cast this on the top troop, but all the while it's in good shape. It doesn't really need that extra life. I mean, it is useful for the attack because obviously the skull hits will do more damage, but overall I just really like the strategy of going for it by casting this troop here, sorry, on Sunbird to get that extra damage from that. It does actually make a bit of difference, but if you're a lower level, if you can't absorb very many hits or anything like that, then of course then cast this on the top troop, because more life and more attack is more life and more attack, and that is always a good thing. Alright, so let's grab this skull hit. We're going to give him a hit here either way, but we've got a barrier, so that's okay. They didn't take it. How about that? We'll do that there. Right, so let us do this. Let's cast this on our Sunbird. Give them a wallop. Now I've got a boost. The boost is up to 197. So when we get to cast that soon, we'll get a lovely little bit of extra damage from there. Alright, so let us look for some purple or red. Nothing going, so we'll cast this then. Let's give that thing a wallop. Haven't got a barrier, so let's get one. Get some extra armor at the same time. Protect the team with barriers. See, my High Priestess Chaska would have taken a hit then, but the barrier saved her, I think. Sunbird's ready to go. That's where the barrier comes in handy as well, keeping the life high, so you get a nice boost on this. Boost is 197, so really nice amount of attack here, over 250 odd. There you go, it's reset back to normal. The boost is now 138, but that's fine. That is fine. Right, so purple was important. Let's get some more purple. I mean, it works both ways, to be honest. If you don't want to boost up your Sunbird because you think it's a bit of a waste when you cast it, it resets back to normal, you can cast your Tezca on the top troop. The extra attack is certainly useful, as is the extra life. Can't go wrong either way, really. I suppose this way is technically safest. Always take skull hits when they're there, though. The enemy hits a lot harder than us. Do not want to get walloped too much. Let's get a barrier for the whole team. Let's cast this on the top troop now, show how we can vary it. Sunbird's ready. Still going to do a decent amount of damage. We'll absolutely grab that though. No need to worry about our top troop right now. We're in prime condition. Just lost the barrier, so we'll get another one, but we'll take the skull hit first. Let's get the barrier again, and extra armor. So yeah, in this you're really, really unlucky. That top troop is going to be very hard to kill. What have we got here? Yeah, that's okay. We've got a barrier. We can get more life. Let's grab us some yellow, I think. Nearly grabbed that purple, but I changed my mind. Let's bash them out of it. So the cool thing to do as well with Sunbird, little tip here, is if it gets hit a couple of times, it's near death, charge it up and cast it and it will come back with a full life. Because if it dies completely by... If it dies by the enemy, it's just dead. And you don't want that. If it casts itself, it comes back. Didn't see that yellow match at the bottom then. I was concentrating on other things. And I know I ain't got a witness, and I know I can't prove it, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Barriers all over the place. Very good. We'll grab this hourglass gem extra turn. And a free skull hit. Thank you very much. I'll give that a wallop. See, as we've only got 2 enemies left now, what I was saying earlier is High Priestess Chazka starts dishing out effectively less damage. She's now doing 63 damage to all enemies, so that's only 126 combined. Where our Sunbird is still doing around 200. And if I cast this on my Sunbird, that's going to be around 250, 260. Which is going to be enough to finish off the top troop, unless I'm really unlucky with the amount of life, the way it divides it up. Let's try and get this charged up then. Well, we can do that. It's going to finish off the top troop. And that means that our Sunbird is mega effective on that bottom one. Don't really want to take that and give him a skull hit. That doesn't really matter though, I've got a barrier. We're safe. And now a Sunbird cast will actually finish him off. Because of the way the damage works. It's kind of, like I say, concentrated on a single opponent. So, really straightforward and easy this one. Just keep yourself barriered. Keep the top troop protected. And it should be really, really straightforward. But there it is. There's the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it would be really cool if you bashed that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.